Hi, everyone. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And I have with me Gerald from Tarot Stash
Hello.
and Hershe from The Shadow Reader. And
Hello, hello.
welcome to What's in Your Blind Spot. Kind of sounds like a game show, right? Doesn't it? Spin the wheel. Let's find out what's in your blind spot. So
Exactly.
yeah, the notices have just gone out, so it'll take a little bit for folks to get in here. But in the meantime, can just kind of let everyone know how this works, and that is you're not asking a specific question. All you're doing is saying, "I would like a blind spot reading." And if you can, for me, because I'm too vain to put on glasses, put it in all caps so that it gets my attention. Okay. And then we will, we'll take a look and see what might be hiding in your blind spot. What could be, happening around you or in your subconscious or whatever that has an impact on you that you're not aware of. So we
Yep.
just kind of provide a little bit of information, and then hopefully will resonate with you and you'll know what to do. Yes.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And just wanted to say hello to a few people. Book Bewitched is here. Welcome. Marby Gangora is here. Hi, Marby. Sorry I butchered your name. Sherry,
Hello,
Voices
hello.
from the Swamp. Hey, Sherry. Harley is here. Lottie B is here. Dancing Mermaid.
Hello.
Fogo Pogo. Hello. We've got Fancy. Lightfoot. Blue Crescent Tarot. Nice to see you here. Dancing Mermaid. Oh, she said this is Flower Beauty. Okay. Ness is here. Hi, Ness.
Hello, hello.
And Martha Bean and Thomas from Tarot Your Way. Alrighty.
Brother.
Hey, hey, hey. Sunflower. And hold on. Jane the Seeker. Hey, Jane. Nice to see you here. Aquila
Hello,
B24.
Jane.
Hello. Fancy is here. Blue Crescent Tarot. Did I mention that already? Okay.
Hello.
Tina Marie. Hello, Tina Marie. Nice
Hello.
to see you here. She's a member. Harley.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of readings coming up with where you are. So
Yeah, Rossi. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Sunflower, I've got you. Hey, Michelle, Astrological Tarot.
hello.
Cat Mama, Patty D. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I think very soon here we're going to have to say no more, because I think we're Sunflower. I think I've already got you, but let me double check. Okay. I think that is ever liberal. Linda is here. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. And I'm just going to very quickly put in here that, yeah, questions are now closed because I think we've
Wow.
got 11, and we're going to try to get through to everyone. So
Yep.
here we go. Oh, questions are closed. I thought I had that all in caps, but apparently I didn't. Okay. Thank you, Gerald.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Oh, and
in.
Sam, you just missed the cutoff. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started here. And we start off with always with members first, because that's one of the benefits of membership. Before I forget, please go over to Hershe's channel and to Gerald's channel. Make sure that you give them a like, share, subscribe. It
Thank
really
you.
algorithm, it helps us get our message out to people who need to hear what we're saying. They just don't know where we're located.
That's right.
Absolutely. All the
And
YouTube things.
links are below. Links are below.
Hello. Yes, in the description. Absolutely. All righty. So here we go. Ness is a member, and Ness would like a blind spot reading. Curious about her blind spot. Okay. And yeah, let's see. Hey, Joyful Journey, nice to see you here. Hello, Kika222. All right, go ahead, Gerald.
Ness, your blind spot is that you have a group of people who are close by you who you can work with, and you're completely missing it. These are obvious. You're not seeing it. So if you've been online too much, which partially implies that you've all been spending a lot of time. This is to where check with what's going on in your neighborhood and around you, and your chosen family who may be located, close to you. But this is a card of your blind spot is you're missing the people around who are ready and able to help you set those big plans out. So that's what I have for you, Ness.
Perfect. And what I got was, this is the waning moon. What do you need to release? You may have thought that you have released everything, but take a look again. What is kind of nagging at you? What keeps kind of coming up for you? And that could be a sign as to what it might be. But yeah, what do you need to release? Something needs to go before something good can come in. Yeah. There we go. That's what I got.
Hi, sweetie. So what I got for you was number 32. Number 32 is the judgment card, right? This isn't the judgment of making a choice, right? This is the optimistic, opinionated, strong stuff, like fully leaded without any chance of it ever being diluted because you're being too critical, right? It's like judging a clock against an orange when a clock is just a clock. And you know that because you have to judge it for the object that it is, but you're comparing it to something that it's not comparable to, right? So the energy they paired that with is 9 of Wands and guilt. So what I think about you being too hard on yourself or too judgmental with yourself, there's something about completion, right? And guilt, when you put them together with judgment, that I feel like what they're trying to say to you is that what you are seeking is not any of them three. What you're seeking is flexibility. Learning to be flexible with yourself will literally cease and assist the criticisms and being too hard of a critic on yourself. And that's what I got for you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully that brings some insight, Ness. Okay. And Tina Marie would like to have a reading. She's also a member. And thank you for that super sticker, Tina Marie. That is very kind of you. Very generous. And I think that is going to be returned to you tenfold. There you go. All right. Tina Marie. Oops. Okay. This one.
Do you have one that jumped out?
I have two actually. Three that jumped out.
Wow. Okay.
So, well, let's go with it. First one is a time for healing. Okay. Adjustments are required, and balance spirituality with practicality. So what I'm getting from those is that it's time to let something go, something that you have been contemplating, something that isn't in the back of your head, where you're trying to decide whether or not excuse me, you want to approach this from a human point of view versus a spiritual point of view, you need to adjust that thinking, and you need to see that one is the same as the other. So yeah, live up to your spiritual truth, and yeah, it's time to let it go. It's time to let the judgment go.
Well, it's interesting you talk about judgment, because I have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords for me is it's time to, something is worse than what it appears it to be. And you're missing that. In this one, there's choppy water, and it's what you think is smooth sailing is not smooth sailing. It's really time to move away from those things, whether it be that what you're saying to yourself. Well, that would actually make sense, since these are swords, what you say, what you do, and what you think. There's something you are thinking about that's not true. And you need to release that one. You need to flush that down the proverbial toilet. Just because it's definitely holding you back. So thanks, Tina Marie.
Hi, Tina. So I got for you number 4. Number 4 is motives, right? Like specifically your motives. When they look at this one, they look at your intentions. And by the way, I'm seeing it paired with success and world. I think you're shooting for wants instead of needs, and you're marrying envy and jealousy. Now, I know that consciously none of us want to marry them together, right? But subconsciously and unconsciously, you're absolutely doing it every single time you say, after everything I done did, or after everything I done helped you with, or that's literally stealing the power and putting a receipt on it, okay? Yeah. To yourself, not to anybody else. I'm strictly speaking when you're loving yourself. Literally, don't ask for the wants. Simply know that your needs are being met in abundance by your higher power, the universe, your God, whatever it is that you believe in. Put your faith in something other than yourself, because you're letting your wants outweigh the needs when you marry them two together. So absolutely let go of the needs and trust that everything you're doing for yourself is coming from love and hope and not receipts. And that's what I got for you, sweetie.
That's an important message for a lot of us. What's your intention for doing what you're doing?
Right. Yep.
Absolutely.
We kind of cut our nose off when we do it for a want, because there's a receipt attached for it. So yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. And for those of you that maybe, we don't get to your question, stick around and listen anyway, because very often we can be doing a reading for one person and it's going to resonate with you. So take it for what it is, right? Absolutely. Be in that good energy. Okay. I'm just checking to see if there are any other members, and I don't see any other members here. So, all righty. Sherry. Sherry would like a reading. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to be seeing Sherry later on today at 5 p.m. on Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, where she's going to be our hostess. So 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Check us out. Okay. If you've got something, Gerald, go ahead.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. Huh.
All right.
I actually got it. That was easy.
Wow. Okay.
Right. Like it never happens that fast. But it's not even really a blind spot, except for the fact is that you're literally overlooking it. Your blind spot is that you can't find the positive, right? It's literally right in front of you. I promise you, it is right in front of you. But the negatives outweigh them sometimes, and we overlook it. We all do it. Hell, I am the number one person to do it, right? They paired this with Two of Pentacles and clinging to the past. This absolutely is tied to your childhood. You've been doing it probably your entire life, and that you're constantly juggling that, right? Two of Pentacles is about juggling, right? It's literally about the juggler that's sitting there seeing how many things he can juggle, or at least it is for a shadow reader. So if you don't see the Two of Pentacles as a juggler, then maybe you should look at yourself as juggling yourself and stop doing that and absolutely find that positive. Stop letting the negative overweigh it, because that is your weakness, is not finding that positive. And that's what I got for you.
I want to piggyback on that because I got the Seven of Swords. You are not seeing the forest because you're paying attention to the trees. You're missing the point. Pull back. And it is very, very important so you can keep your perspective. Sometimes it feels like you're losing perspective a bit, Sherry. So pull back, look at the big picture instead of all of these minuscule little details that may be annoying you. Instead, focus on some of the positive things that you are seeing and pull back and see it from a bigger perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry?
Yeah, absolutely. I get, the energy is gaining momentum. You're getting close to kind of being able to deal with this, but you're expecting a lot of yourself. You're expecting that you're going to be able to do 1,000 things at the same time, and you're going to do each and every one of them perfectly, exactly the way that you have in your mind. Let go of that. Let go of that. Do one thing at a time. Before you move on to the next thing, make sure that the other thing is complete. And I think that's what you are. You're kind of starting to learn, and let go of the perception that you need to be all things to all people. Okay. I also get meditate and contemplate. So this is, before you say yes to something, sit back, think about it, decide if that's something you want to do before giving in to that part of yourself that it just, wants to be so accommodating, right? So think about what you're doing, and the answers are close. You're getting there. You just have to see them.
Something Sherry popped in on the chat was, she's going to start scaling back a bit, or she wants to.
Yes.
Scaling back does not mean you're having less impact. It means that you're having some time for yourself.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not a bad thing, right? Yeah. So Sherry, I hope that helps. Okay. And all righty, Lightfoot would like a blind spot reading. Absolutely. And hello, Pisces greeter. Hello, Fancy and McGrill. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Okay. Lightfoot. Oh.
Stop. No. Absolutely not. No, don't do that.
Okay. Lightfoot. This is the Two of Wands. You are not focusing in on where you want to see. There's too much for you to look at. And I like this card because when you see this card, Lightfoot, I mean, we have this amazing expanse of glorious things to see. Yet here, through this black circle, this hagstone per se, we're using that to focus our attention. You're using that to focus your attention. So feel free to. Sometimes it's just too noisy for you. Put your blinders on because it's too much. it's too much. And I think the blind spot for you is that you don't know when it's too much. And so focus, allow, turn off the TV, turn off the computer, turn off all of your electronics, just sit in silence for a while. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah. And what I got mirrors that. Okay. Look at the big picture. So yeah, absolutely. Don't spend your time focusing in on the little things, and that it feels like that you do that a lot. You want to you're invested in the outcome of the things that you're doing, so you want to kind of have control of all the little things along the way, when really all you have to do is just set the intention of what it is that you want. Okay. I also get it's a time for healing. So it's a time to forgive yourself for being a spiritual being having a human experience, that it's okay. You don't need to control everything. That's spirit's job. Your job is just to show up and kind of be there. Be bold and make the first move. So as you're concentrating on the bigger picture instead of the smaller little details, make that first move for yourself. Don't wait for circumstances to allow you to kind of sit back and observe. Do that for yourself. Make a conscious decision that that's what you're going to do. That's what I've got.
Hi, sweetie. So some of these blind spots, they work on different parallels in our subconscious, conscious, and our unconscious, right? This blind spot that you got is a psychological blind spot. You got number 18. Number 18 is avoidance. This kind of avoidance is psychological, so therefore it's built out of fear. Not saying that you're scared, but you built it out of fear. You built this blind spot within yourself. Whatever you are forming with this psychological warfare that you're playing with yourself, you're literally basing it out of one thing. I got 2 of wands. Imagine that. And I got completion, right? So when you think about being careful for what you ask for, that's like a question all in itself. But when you think about it as avoidance, here's what I want you to do. I want you to literally stop asking for anything and everything. Just stop. What's meant for you will never pass you by. It will hit a billion detours before it ever allows its chance to meet you. It won't let it happen. It will not avoid you, but you could be avoiding it. So what I want you to physically do is tell yourself, but the reality is. Now, usually anybody that says, well, everything before but is bullshit then, right? Psychologically it is. But when you're putting it in terms of reality, you're realizing that what you're asking for isn't meant for you, honey. Everything that's meant for you will wait for you. Take time for yourself. Find some completion. Close all the doors, because this is also in Zen, the world card, right? Yeah. So when you're asking and asking and asking and asking, and I want, 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 you're avoiding what you need. So stop asking for what you want completely. Don't even ask for it. Only demand that your needs be met. And therefore you're hitting psychologically, you're tagging fear back in its face, and you're giving it a 2-piece real quick. Like, let me give you a 2-piece real quick. Stay in reality, stay in current, and do not avoid anything else, and no more wants, only your needs.
Yeah.
And that's what I got for you.
Wonderful.
Well said. And Jane the Seeker said, Hershe brings you out of church.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I hope that helps. Okay. So Sunflower would like a blind spot reading. All right. Oh. And in this case, I'm told go to the tarot. Okay. So why am I going to the tarot for this?
Sunflower, I have the King of Swords for you. And when you look at this King of Swords is in a wheelchair and is looking pretty dang confident. You are making excuses for things that you have full ability to do. It feels, I mean, and Hershe, you know, I know you're going to say what you're getting, but what I'm also feeling is you're putting up blocks that don't need to be there. You're making excuses for not doing the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
And so it's very much of the, you know, this dude is in a wheelchair. It's got a falcon. But look at how confidently that sword is being held. So Sunflower, look around you and figure out what it is. And I want to be supportive as I say this. Stop making excuses for not doing the things that you need to do. And you know, it may not be a blind spot, but there's things that you know, things that you need to do that you're completely overlooking. You're looking at them as excuses. So,
yeah.
So, thanks, Sunflower.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I start, and it's funny because I was drawn to the tarot, and I don't know why, but I always go with it. So start with the Ace of Wands. This is ideas, and this is kind of, you know, being in your head, and exactly, you know what needs to be done. You just don't want to take responsibility for a decision that may go sideways. And sometimes that's where our greatest lessons are, is when we do something and it doesn't work out the way that we want to. We can go back and say, okay, all right, that's where the lessons are. Okay. I also get the Chariot here for you, and that's making the decision, deciding which way are you going to take that card. Is it going to go to the left or to the right? The bottom line is you have to make a decision, or they're going to make a decision for you. And you may not like the decision that the universe is going to bring you. This is the Nine of Pentacles. You have what you need to be comfortable and to all your needs are being met, and they can be met to a greater degree if you start being an adult, put on your big girl panties and just deal with it. Make a decision. Right, wrong, or indifferent. If it's wrong, you can fix it. If it's right, then that's what you continue to do. But yeah, you're going to have to learn to make decisions. Yeah. That's what I got.
So I'm going to sound like I just stepped off into left field for just 1 second. But what I want you to understand is that I got what is it when they don't go together? They collide, right? Yes. So the sigil, the blind spot sigil that I got for you is scarcity, right? But then they paired it. Hold on. Here's where I say that, you know, we've hit a wall, a conundrum, right? They paired it with ordinariness and 5 of Swords, right? 5 of Swords is all about the betrayal within ourselves, right? It's not necessarily letting somebody else in to betray us, because we do that to ourselves when it comes to a blind spot, right? What I want you to do is I want you to believe and perceive that it is not scarcity, it's abundance, right? The abundance, the perception, the belief, the information, all must be tied to valid feelings and valid life experiences. When you pair them with unconventional, invalid, irregular, or just damn lies, it literally turns into scarcity and it disappears, poof, gone all the way, right? So what I really, really want you to do is I want you to take a look inside of yourself, perceive yourself as everything, not just one thing, everything, everything. It's not going to be easy because you feel like you're going to be taking from somebody, but you're not. You're not. You're taking from yourself by not giving this. By seeing the world as this, paired with these two in your subconscious, all I can tell you is you need to find validation in your very valid thoughts and your very valid real life experiences. They're very valid and they have a lot of weight. Use that weight.
Yes.
And the King of Swords is one who has mastered his thought process. So that supports what you're saying, Hershe. I like that. I like that.
That's what I got for you, sweetie.
Perfect. I hope that resonates, Sunflower. And thank you. Thank you for asking the question. Okay. So we have got Dancing Mermaid, also known as Peacock Beauty.
Yeah, it's Flower Beauty.
Yeah, Flower Beauty. Yeah.
I recognize the picture. Yeah, her and her sister and her brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
By the way, Sunflower said, I did make a decision that I'm going through with my procedure because it was delayed. So
yeah, I think it's excellent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Dancing Mermaid. What is it? What is it for you?
Okay. Whatever.
Mm.
Dancing Mermaid. The blind spot is the magician, which says you have all of the resources in order to make what it is that you want to have happen available to you. You are not seeing this power within yourself because the magician is the one who can make things happen just from what's around them. The magician has the ability to control of the elements. I think you are the blind spot. Really, is what you're not seeing is you have the power in order to be able to make this happen. So, this is a key thing. So remember that. Stay centered, and stay connected to the heavens above and the earth below, the spiritual and the physical. You are that connection. That's what I have for you, Dancing Mermaid.
Yep. And okay, I get the Three of Pentacles. This is you working with others, and sometimes depending too much on the others in order to show you the way. You need to start making decisions for yourself and being firm in those decisions. That's what's going to lead you to the Nine of Pentacles. And I swear I shuffle these, but that's what's going to get you to that abundance that it is that you're looking for. Is don't let someone else determine how you're going to succeed. You will determine how you're going to succeed. So while you can work with other people and listen to what they have to say, ultimately, you're the one that needs to make the decision in terms of what it is that you're going to be doing going forward. So that's kind of, you're just a little too reliant on the opinion of others and not trusting yourself. Yeah. There you go. That's what I get. Okay.
So So basically, what I got for you was this is one of those sigils that is it's one of them aha moments, right? You got number 13. Number 13 is their goodness, but they're not saying their goodness as in it's a good thing, right? Their mask is what it should have said, right? You're falling for literally everything coming out of everybody's mouth. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to stop immediately asking anybody to share energy with you that you cannot trust what's coming out of their mouth. If you're going to more than one person for any knowledge or information or a way to start, I guarantee you, look within. I'm going to tell you why. They don't really want me to focus on the blind spot. You have a crossroads in front of you. And I don't know if it's right now, yesterday, or tomorrow. Time be damned, they won't let me know that. But what they will say is that when you stop seeing their goodness and accepting their ugliness for what it is, when somebody presents themselves to you, trust that.
Yeah, believe
that's them. Don't fall for the hype of them falling into the victim mode and you jumping on the bandwagon. Okay? Absolutely not. What I want you to do is realize that's their tower moment, not yours. Yep. Okay? You can go into the tower moment with them, but you're going to pay the consequences for shit you don't got no reason to, because you're allowing them to be your goodness instead of accepting what they are feeding you, whether it's bullshit or it's a licorice. Either way, they're nasty, so don't fall for it. But what you can do is trust that you've already been to that crossroad. You've already done it. You got Chariot, Tower, and Ace of Wands. This is one of the most powerful promises that comes in a tarot deck. And you know, I don't usually even put a tarot deck with my blind spots, but I was instructed that you needed this. So what I want you to understand is that this promise is for you, not them. Absolutely. Your awareness and your participation into yourself will literally steer you from them so you can see them for what they are and who they are. And it will guide you to exactly where you need to be, because you won't be torn anymore and your chariot will go in full power head first into your promise. So absolutely put the work in, make them reveal themselves, and then believe every single thing the universe is giving you, because it is a gift horse coming.
Yes.
What Hershe said.
Exactly. Yeah. And Dancing Mermaid said, yes, I have this problem. Yes. The question now is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit back and complain and ask all the time what this is? Or are you going to do something about it? Because until you do, nothing will change. You will find yourself in the same situation over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go. Alrighty. And Cat Mama, Claudia would like to know, what is in her blind spot? We're out. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to keep ahead of the chat. And
well, the chat's a hopping and people are appreciating these readings as a collective message, and you know, others are needing to hear it, so that's great.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take
I can feel the pressure
what resonates. Yeah.
Claudia, your blind spot is you've been in the depths of this depression or something like that, and Claudia, just it's time for you to go up the stairs and stop spending so much time in the deep depths of sorrow, unhappy. Get out of the house, do something. You are the blind spot is you. I mean, you're carrying this light, but you're not being willing to carry it out into the world. That's the blind spot. You've got this light, but you're keeping it hidden in, and you are keeping it down below. So what's that phrase? That there's a, you can't keep your light under a bushel.
Yes.
So I mean, and Claudia, I hope this makes some sense to you. It's time for you to take your light and put it out into the world, because it's not its own. Yeah, it's others could benefit from seeing it. That's what it is. So, there you go. Thanks, Claudia.
Absolutely. I agree. I get the sun card, which talks. I mean, look at the light. The sun illuminates everything, right? It brings everything to the surface and so on. And then I get the 9 of Wands, and this is you're doing everything for everybody else. In the meantime, you're kind of taking the blows. You're the one that is ending up with the wounds, while the people that are kind of dumping on you are just walking away. It's thanks. Yeah, Cat Mom's going to take care of that. Oh, good. And it's time to kind of see the truth in terms of you're allowed to put yourself first. There is nothing selfish about putting yourself first, seeing yourself in truth, and seeing others in truth, right? Don't try to, and I understand that. Don't try to be everybody's friend and overlooking their faults because you want to be generous and loving and spiritual and kind. You can do that. You don't have to kind of get in there with everyone and be everything to them that you're not giving to yourself. You need to do that first. So the Knight of Swords, forge forward. Just okay. These are the steps that I'm going to take, and I'm going to be number one priority in my life, and go forward with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. So the blind spot that I got for you is number 9, and that's coping, right? So keywords for coping are humor, denial, binge eating, self-cutting, smoking, gambling, overcompensation, avoidance, disassociation, positive interaction with negative outcome, distancing yourself, disconnection, falling asleep, passive aggressive, projections, regression, submission. All of these words are scary. They're heavy. Like, we don't want them words, right? But when we're thinking about ways when it comes to coping that we struggle with, we run to them list of words I just said, right? We go right to them crutches, them comfort zones, right? You need to immediately decline that. Immediately. Deal with it. I know it is so much easier said than done, honey. Let me tell you, I have crossed more bridges that they told me didn't even exist. So I had to build it, then cross it. Okay? You can do this. If I can do it, anybody, and trust me, anybody can do it if I can do it. So what I want you to do is I want you to hold on tight, because you have a promise coming and you have success coming to you. This promise is about that unexpected help, right? That Ace of Stars, that Ace of Pentacles, that unexpected help that you didn't know was coming, and it leads to success. So absolutely find the way to cope for yourself and stop running to those escape tendencies that only leave us hanging and we get no satisfaction from them. Yeah. It's not an easy one, but that's what I got for you, sweetie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Dorian, nice to see you here. And questions are closed for now. We had to close them within the first 10 minutes. So, but there's always next time. There's always next time. Okay. And we have got Patty D. And Patty D would like a blind spot reading. All righty. Hey, Dorian, you didn't know? It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't want you to think that I ignored you or didn't see you, and that's why didn't pick up on it. But no. You don't know what you don't know. It's all right. Okay. Patty D. Oh.
Patty, what I have for you, a blind spot, 6 of Swords. I had a 6 of Swords in the other deck and earlier today. And the 6 of Swords, what your blind spot is you're actually you are driving, you are steering the boat. The boat is not steering you. The blind spot is you've forgotten that there is, I mean, you have control over what's going on, or at least your responses to it. So you're holding the rudder. Remember that. How are you going to be moving that? How are you going to be moving that? I also picked the 3 of Wands, which is another boat metaphor. So here we go. We've got 2 things with boats. And so with the 3 of Wands, you're really into it, and there's a lot of good opportunity. Just remember, you're controlling the boat or your responses to get to the area of light that's there. So I hope, Patty, that makes some sense to you. Thank you.
Yeah. It's funny that once again, as has come up a couple times in the readings, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
So this I start off with the King of Swords. This is he's a very practical man, but he's also he knows when you're lying to him. So don't waste your time on people who are not being honest with you, because right after the King of Swords, I get the Devil. That's someone talking in your ear, someone telling you things that that you may want to hear when deep down you know they're not true. So don't fall for it, right? You can step away from it and say no. I also get the Page of Cups. And it's funny the Page of Cups. Yeah, there is a fish that's inside that cup. And whenever I see this card, it reminds me there's something rotten in the state of Denmark. So combined with the Devil, this is someone who is telling you what it is that you want to hear. And you need to recognize that it is just that. They're not being honest with you. Okay. And this person gets really, really defensive when you call them out on their stuff. So continue to call them out. I think you might be making some decisions here fairly soon, but that's kind of what's hiding in your blind spot is you can see people for who they are, and you just try to talk yourself out of it for the sake of being nice. Yeah, don't do that.
So I got 78, right? 78 is literally the last sigil in this deck. This is probably like the most self-awareness and like detailed, as you can see. Like it's just pages and pages and pages. But what I can tell you is that the sigil is called self-preservation disguised as self-sabotage. So deep. The only part they want me to tell you right now is you are potentially unaware of the harm that you are doing to yourself because you flat don't see it. Every thought professes that self-sabotage. You're feeding it. I know it sounds insane, but I guarantee you, you're feeding it, right? What I want you to do is I want you to consciously, and I am not big on the conscious, but here we go. Consciously, I want you to build a relationship with just you. Not your job, not your kids, not your significant other, not your mailman, not the grocery store lady, not the bag boy, the grocery boy, the delivery driver. None of them. Nobody until you build that relationship with yourself. You got 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and you got slowing down paired with that, right? When you think about 9 of Pentacles, you have to know that this is material well-being, right? You have it. You're not using it properly because you're self-sabotaging yourself, right? Literally, all you have to do is just stop. Find a relationship with you that works with you. You don't have to explain it to anybody. That those little primal releases, those little self moments that you need for yourself, you absolutely need to take them, because until you stop it, you are disguising your good for bad. So literally, you can literally turn this around easily and make this 9 come right back around, come back into circle. But you have to put the work in by slowing down and learning you and finding why are you self-sabotaging your...
Not yet.
There you go.
You're back. You clicked out the last bit. You disappeared.
Literally, all I can tell you is just improve and work on a relationship for you. Whatever they said, it's already gone, so I apologize. But absolutely, just work on you. Don't worry about a damn thing. Just you. And that's what I got.
And the other thing that I sort of got at the end was looking to only see the positive or the goodness of someone doesn't necessarily make you a spiritual person. It almost makes you a patsy. It almost makes you someone that, you know, anyone can come in and give a sob story to, and you know, you're going to go along with it. Yeah. There we go. Oops. My turn to do that. Hope that resonated, Patty, and thank you for the question.
And I just want to remind everybody, please like and subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Hershe's link is in our description. Marina's link is in the description. My link is in the description. Show your support. So,
absolutely. Think about membership. Think about joining as a member, and you know, see what the perks are. And yeah, but by all means, yeah, like, share, and subscribe to Gerald and Hershe and me too. You know, I'm about 20 away from 2,500. I think I can get there. So yeah. Yeah, we can get there. You guys can help me.
Absolutely.
who am I?
My little one-man rowboat over here. We're doing just fine.
That's right. Yeah. All you folks that are from Gerald's channel, come on, do an old lady a solid. Yeah.
I'm just gonna do an old lady a solid. I don't know any old ladies that are here, so but you can go support the powerhouse divine feminine embodiment.
There you go.
So go do that. So boom.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Gerald. Okay. Martha Bean. Ooh, Martha, what you have been putting off making a decision because you're thinking that if you make that decision, that you're looking at it in terms of a gain and a loss, what you're walking away from. It's not so much what you're walking away from, it's what you are going to gain for yourself, how you're going to move forward. So 5 of Cups is kind of reviewing the situation and thinking, well, I could, maybe if I move into that if I move into that new apartment, I'm going to be paying less in rent, so I can save a few dollars, but it doesn't have the balcony that I like, and it doesn't have this that I like and whatnot. You're not seeing the positives of all that. You are the magician. You have the power, and you have all the tools that you need in order to make this work. You just have to convince yourself that you have the power to make this work. You're doubting yourself as you're in the process of making this decision. So don't doubt yourself. Cast that aside. You are the star. You're going to make the right decision. Okay. Don't allow that, whatever might be the thought of losing something be more important than, or have more weight than, the thoughts of what you're gaining. So that's what I got.
So I don't know. I don't know if this is because with the little rant I went on, but I got the Lovers, but it is the female presenting Lovers. So for me, your blind spot is you are a powerful representative of the divine feminine. Lean into it. Allow it to flow through you. Allow it to be part of you and to flow through you. You're missing that. You have not felt that divine feminine in a while. It's time for you to incorporate that. It's a blind spot. Do it. Allow it to flow through. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to do anything with it. At this point, Martha Bean, it's the encouragement is for you to experience it and to know that it's there, because you need reminded. You've got a lot of power. I mean, and with that power comes responsibility, but you have that power. So that's what I have for you, Martha Bean. Let me know if that makes sense to you.
Absolutely. What you got, Hershe?
So the one I got is literally one of those ones that make you say, right? So you're going to have to think with this one, but I really want you to just focus. You got number 8. Number 8 is bypassing, right? This just isn't any kind of bypassing, right? Because this is literally pretending that the shit is not real. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, right? Wrong answer. All that is coping mechanisms that are negative, right? And instead of accepting it for what it is, you are literally whitewashing the entire situation. Bypassing and whitewashing for yourself is literally like cutting your hands off and you can't eat or pick anything up, or cut your feet off and then you can't walk because you ain't got 2 feet and a heartbeat, right? So the only way to avoid bypassing and whitewashing is to literally stop suppressing your hurt, your denial, and your disowned self, right? I literally want you to take in the Lovers and the 4 of Cups at the same damn time, right? The love of yourself and this energy of yourself. and I want you to mend this. You can build a bridge to fix this, right? They paired you with you being your own damn conundrum, but you're absolutely not. You're not. You are not a conundrum, and you are fixable by yourself. And all you have to do is want the change. Stop whitewashing you. Own your hurt. Own your ugly, your good, and your bad, because you are deserving to not feel like this within yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I got for you, sweetheart.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Martha.
Wonderful. I hope that resonates, Martha. All righty. And our last question here is Aaron Onugent, who would like a blind spot reading. So, Aaron, if you're here, let us know. And absolutely, we'll get on that. I need to tell you, Gerald, that yesterday I was doing a show with Avana Intuitive.
I watched part of it. I lurked through part of it. Yes.
Well, that's all right. That's okay. And did you notice that whenever I called on someone and I would say, okay, so-and-so, please pick up the white courtesy phone, boom. And I laughed every time. And I said, yeah, you know what? I'm using Gerald's phone. And then, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, Sunflower says, wow, this is wild. My surgeon just called right after my read. Yes.
Good shit. I'm sorry. Good stuff.
No.
Divine timing, right? I haven't
Absolutely.
seen Aaron. Is Aaron still here?
Yeah, Aaron, could you let us know? Otherwise, it's kind of hard to.
Said she's still here in the chat.
Okay. All right, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
I'll give it a try. Aaron, please pick up the white courtesy telephone. Aaron, if you're in the hotel, please pick up the white courtesy telephone.
Cowbell.
Yeah.
That's what we needed, the cowbell in this household.
Yeah. Harley. Okay. I'm not seeing.
Did we miss Kaylee Fogo Pogo earlier?
No, I didn't have them start. So yeah.
Yeah.
Asked at the beginning. Whoa, and I missed it. Okay. All right. Well, Fogo, if you did ask in the beginning, then absolutely. We'll we'll do Fogo, and then that will be the last one. We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
All right. It would be efficient for Kaylee.
Yes. Yeah.
Kaylee, 10 of Swords. The blind spot is you are not seeing the sun rising. You're focused on being cold in the water. You're not looking outside of where you are. You're only seeing just right in front of your face. You're part of a bigger picture. You're part of a bigger story, and you're an integral part of that story. So, we have here is there is another ship. There's a ship that is actually coming in to rescue you. So there you go. You got it. Keep your eyes on the prize. Long term.
Yeah, absolutely. I get the High Priestess. You're, you know what it is that you're looking at, and you can discern the truth about people and situations. You may not always call them on it, but at least you know. And I think what part of that is maybe just needing to step up and call them out just a little more, right? what you are building for yourself is something that is going to have a lot of substance, a lot of truth, a lot of balance. Okay, so the Three of Swords, you're allowed to call people on things that they are doing that they shouldn't be doing. So be kind, be loving, but don't be fooled.
So I got limits, right? This is the type of sigil number 31, limits, that allows you to always kind of be looking at somebody else's greener grass, right? Because you put so many limits on yourself. You're not putting limits on other people. They can freely come in and out of your boundaries, be disrespectful, be rude, crude, and totally unacceptable, but you ain't limited them. You're only limiting yourself. You got Page of Moon and Outsider. So Page of Moons, okay, Moons, Cups, I want you to understand that this is an emotional risk, right? This is an emotional risk to keep putting yourself inside limits, but not them. You're going to constantly have yourself disrespected by everybody when you are judging your limits to theirs. Limit them, not yourself, sweetheart. And that's what I got for you.
So true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, all righty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you who have joined us. And thank you, Gerald and Hershe, for doing this with me yet again.
Yay.
I really enjoy these. I really do. And I know sometimes, we touch on things that that can be a little sensitive, but you know what? Forewarned is, or foretold is forewarned, and all that. And we never do it with malice in mind. We always do it from a loving place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Gerald and Hershe, for doing this with me yet again.
Thank you.
More than welcome. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see you on the 27th. Same time, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to all 3 channels.
Yep.
Okay. Love y'all. Bye.
Bless us.